Good morning, true crime friends. I have to tell you, the best part of waking up is a little gossip in my cup. So look, this morning we're talking about our friend Russell Lafitte. Well, friend might be an overstatement. So this is the story. But first, before we get started, I'm getting so much better at this. Hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button so I can keep bringing you these delightful videos. Our audience is growing. I'm so excited about that. So like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the YouTube-y things so we can keep talking every morning. This is what happened. Back in November last year, right before Thanksgiving, old Russell Lafitte, who was a colleague of Alex Murdaugh, went on trial. Well, he's in federal trial for financial crimes, which means no TV. Listen, you know it breaks my heart not to be able to see some TV because I don't have time to be sitting around reading. I need to have everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. But that's okay because old Drew Tripp, also Mandy Matney, and a bunch of other people were live tweeting the trial. Do you still call it tweeting? Now that Twitter is called X, which why did they call child? I could go off all day about that because I do not understand what happened to the bird and why it's just an X. Is it my X bird? I don't know. So look. Everybody was tweeting the trial. I was following breathlessly every day at lunchtime and every day at the end of the day. I would just furiously read everything that happened. And the tweeters did a really good job of giving us like step by step every single word that was said. And so, yes, I was forced to read it, which was a tragedy, but I got to know everything. And then every evening I would come to you here live in my living room, my family room, whatever room. I don't even know what room I was in back then. But I would tell you everything that happened, right? And so if you want to refresh, go on over to the Murdaugh Murders playlist, and all the Russell Lafitte stuff is there. And it's labeled as Russell Lafitte. So we listened to all the testimony of all the terrible things that Russell did and everything that was happening at that time. And Russell was trying to walk the line between like, I'm just a good old boy. I'm just one of y'all. Now listen. Let us be abundantly clear. The average income down there where he was in Hampton County is something like $38,000 a year. Okay, fine, because there's not a lot of industry down there. Russell was making several $100,000 a year. Sir, Now, that's not to say that because you have a lot more money than the people in your general community, that makes you a terrible person. That's not true at all. You know what made you a terrible person, sir? Stealing from your friends and neighbors, smiling at people and being like, I just like you, me and you. Oh, go ahead and put your money in my bank because I'm going to need me some of that. The outdoor kitchen is going to need a refresh. The outdoor TV, it needs a cover over it because, you know, rain. And I think we're going to upgrade the pool. So, when Alex get caught in the murders, Russell was like, what? Oh my goodness, I had no idea. I just was over at the bank, quietly stealing money from Alex and other people. Let us not forget that old Russ, he was convicted for the stuff that he did with Alex, but he was stealing from a lot of people in cahoots with a lot of other ne'er-do-wells down there in the Low Country that had nothing to do with Alex Murdaugh. So then Russell gets convicted, right? Because he's a terrible human being, but a good old boy. Also, his family owns the bank. So Russell, from what I could tell, not that bright. Very tall, has a lot of height, not a lot of common sense up in that brain. And so he only has that job because his daddy owns the bank. Okay, he's a Nepo baby, also kind of a big dummy. So, although he's smarter than Alex because he did a whole bunch of crime, but he didn't go to jail for the rest of his life. He's only going for 7 years. So, Russell was like, I'm just regular. I don't know why I have to wear these ankle monitors. It's very uncomfortable. I just need to go to church and pray. Boy, you need prayer, all right. And you need actual Jesus. You don't need none of these lower deities like Beyonce and Judy Garland. You gonna need actual Jesus when you go to jail, although he's going to federal prison. Now, would I want to go to federal prison? No, not at all. But what I do know about federal prison is that it's cleaner, potentially, and nicer, potentially, and less murdery than regular prison. But it's still prison. It's going to be worse than your 2 little ankle monitors that were giving you chafing and making you so sad and upset. But he's going to be over there eating his bologna casserole and whatever and having, you know, some roommates that he would have not chosen for himself. After his 7 years, will they still accept him at the country club? Will he just blend back in? Let me tell you how it works in North Jersey, because we know a little something about white-collar crime up here in North Jersey. I'm not saying it's a lot of white-collar criminals up here. It might be a lot of white-collar criminals up here. Not everybody, because I live in North Jersey, and most of my friends have not done time in federal prison. But I know a couple people. I have a couple former coworkers who did a little eensy bit of time in federal prison. And they serve their prison time. I don't know what they do over there, because I don't write, I don't visit, I don't do. When you in prison, I'm like, ooh, that sounds unfortunate. Listen, I'm going to go back over here to the field club and somebody having a baby shower. So I'm over here at the baby shower with my diaper cake, smiling pretty and drinking the nice punch while you in federal prison. But when people come back from federal prison, my experience has been they just blend back into society. I can think of 2 off the top of my head who came home from federal prison, and everybody was just like, okay, they quietly went. And I was like, wait, where he go? I haven't seen her at the club lately. Not the country club. Do I seem like a country club kind of girl? I have been to country clubs. I do not enjoy them as a general rule, but that's just me. And they come on right on back into society like nothing. People are like, oh, hey, where you? Oh, you got a haircut. Good. What are you doing now? How are the kids? It's like nothing ever happened. I don't know if it's like that down in the low country. Something tells me yes, because all the other people who are committing crimes and not getting caught are looking at him like, ooh, that could have been me. And how do I want people to treat me when I get back? And so he's going to come back. He's going to blend. And listen, they're like nice and forgiving and Christian and whatever down there in the low country. They're not going to talk bad about him to his face. Now, everybody is talking about that behind his back. And it was on the news. And this man has a wife and children and whatever who are likely to stay with him. Oh, they're going to be talking about you behind your back. They were talking before. They're going to be talking after. And your daddy and them who used to have all that prominence and prestige. Now, here's the interesting thing from my experience. I can't tell you about everybody's experience. I can't tell you what's going to happen in the low country. People going to be looking at that daddy like, oh, you the one who raised the no good. So, okay. Are you crooked too and just didn't get caught? Is the son bearing the sins of the father? All right now, because listen, I would be talking about them if it was in my local community. Oh yeah, Russell was a lying sack of sugar. He's not worth nothing. But his daddy, who raised that not worth nothing grown man, I'm looking at both of y'all. And word on the street was that bank that they own, Palmetto State Bank, a lot of people in the community were like, don't put your money over there. So they might have to sell the bank. Just like Paul brought down the Murdoch family. Okay, let's be real. Alex brought down the Murdoch family by killing Paul, but Paul started the ball rolling. Is Russell the one that brings down the Lafitte family? And there's still chatter in the neighborhood down there in the low country that Russell's daddy, who owned the bank, and Russell's sister, who was on the board of directors, that everybody wants them out. People talking crazy about them because for 7 years, they're not going to have to look at Russell. They're going to have to look at y'all. Every time they look up, they over their communion, getting that bread, and they're like, here's this bitch. I can't, I want to be at a dinner party, but like a fly on the wall. I don't want to hang out with them people. Because, I don't hang out with criminals that often on purpose. I mean, listen, you run into people, people who did things. And so sometimes you see them in the shop, right? You're like, oh, hey, how you doing? You know he went to prison, right? That's the dude. He did some financial crimes. Ooh, I just thought of a third. Okay, listen, I don't know that many criminals. And one person was like, hey, girl, can you write a letter to my judge? And I said, about what? And they were like, because I'm about to be sentenced soon, and I think it would be nice if you wrote me a letter. And I was thinking to myself, I think it would be nice if I kept myself out of it. So I called my other girlfriend, and I was like, girl, did he ask you to write him a letter? She's like, yeah, child, I ain't writing him nothing. This person, who shall remain nameless, I hope they not watching this channel, because we ain't write them letters, dude. But he was a banker when I was a real estate agent. Child, I've had a lot of jobs, but I used to be a real estate agent, right? And I sold a lot of real estate. Can you imagine having me as your real estate agent? Hi, welcome home. This home has 3 bathrooms and a master suite. Oh, you're not supposed to call it a master suite. And a primary bedroom. And look at the lovely pool, whatever. So anyway, this dude was doing mortgages when I was selling real estate. And so, he has some tricky mortgages. Ooh, Listen, you homeless, you have a tent on the side of the road, he'll get you a mortgage for $500,000. Now, you're not going to live in that house long because obviously you can't afford it. But if you need a house right here, right now, oh, he can get you a mortgage. And so when he went down, I was thinking, that seemed about right. I mean, he's nice. He was lovely, beautiful family. But honest? He was honest adjacent. He knew what the truth was. He just wasn't on first name basis with it. So and did I do mortgages with him? Yes, he wrote mortgages for me. But that was before I knew what he was up to. So when all these charges came down, I was thinking, yeah, that tracks. Enjoy prison. I don't think he did, but whatever. Not my business. Oh, I hope he's not watching this. Does he watch YouTube? How would I ever know? And I don't even see him anymore. And he moved 2 towns over. What's the likelihood I'm gonna see him? Anyway. Oh, Lord, I've gone far afield because now I'm thinking about this. Watch me run into him on the bus today, this very day. I'm going to be like, oh, hey, I was just thinking about you. So anyway, he goes to prison. He comes home. He has blended right back into society. His Facebook, the other one that went too. His Facebook page looks beautiful. I'm like, oh, they still have you at galas and stuff? Boy, don't donate because everybody going to be looking at that money like, is that part of the money that you stole? And how do y'all pay back restitution? Wait, I was supposed to be talking about Russell. I got all the way off the topic. And then that one girl who went to prison who was doing shit. Listen, all the people who I know who went to prison, there's 3. Maybe 4. All of them went due to like shady real estate deals or otherwise shady financial deals. So, note to self, don't do no shady financial deals. But this one girl who I know who went, now you ain't heard this from me. She was in a long-term relationship with this woman who was her roommate. She bought this house with her roommate and they was raising the kids together. Okay, I have no problem with the Rainbow Coalitions. Them some of my BFF. But she was like, oh, I just can't find the right husband. Because you living with that woman over there, but okay. And so she stole money from her mama's building. Oh, I hope she's not watching this, but whatever. She went to big girl jail. Like, she went upstate New York. Because here's the thing. We live in North Jersey. Girl, keep your behind in North Jersey. Don't be going over there. She went to the hood and stole from poor people. There is nothing worse. You're not supposed to steal from nobody, right? Like, nobody. But she was stealing from poor people in the Bronx and got caught twice. The first time they gave her probation. The second time she did it, I was like, Heifer, you might just want to get a regular job. Don't be out here freelancing and stealing and doing whatever. So because she got, her and her mama got caught. So because it was her mother's first time getting caught, I don't think it was her mama's first time doing that, but it was her mama's first time getting caught. I think the mother just got probation. But the daughter, who is about my age, got like real prison and had to go upstate. You know it's serious when they send you upstate. Because if you from New York, you don't want to go upstate. If you going upstate, A, you became a farmer. Ew. I mean, yay, we love farmers. I just don't want to be one of them, like prisons. But not as bad. And so she went upstate where they have like hardcore snow and cows and probably no good Wi-Fi. I don't know what they have up there in prison because, you know, I'm not trying to get in with that prison life. So she went upstate and her roommate broke up with her. And she's like, I just can't find the right man. I'm like, girl, you gonna find yourself a lot of partners, aka wives, up there in the nice prison. So she was gone for 3 years and then she came back and moved immediately to Pennsylvania and opened a nail shop. But now I'm giving too much detail because people in North Jersey probably know who I'm talking about now. Y'all ain't heard this from me. But she over in Pennsylvania with a nail shop, and her nail shop got a Facebook page. I should check on it today. The nails looked really nice. They looked a little bougetto. You know what I mean? Like bougie and ghetto, just like a little too much. Personally, I'm very conservative. You probably couldn't tell. But look, naked nails. I'm not one of these nails out to here kind of girl with like a whole circus painted on your nail. That's not me because you can't garden with them. You get dirt under them. How do you wipe? I have questions. Anyway, so she moved out there and she said she gonna find herself a husband. Okay, girl, whatever. You listen, you an ex-con, you a 2-time felon. Like, go on, come out and just say you like girls. But like, maybe all of that repressed whatever is what made her feel. Listen, I'm speculating. I am speculating wildly on things that are none of my business. All of that to say, I'm telling you, I'm bringing it back around. Russell Lafitte. He's going to prison for 70 to 80, 84 months, 74 months. I don't know. Like 7 years. He's going to be over there in prison, and I'm willing to bet that when he comes back to regular society, they're just going to fold him right on into the country club culture. Nobody going to loan him money. Everybody's going to be looking at him crazy. But after he got caught, right, he and his wife had to sell off their house with the pool. Oh, no. And then they had to live in a vintage double-wide trailer. Well, at least y'all got a double-wide. Y'all could have been in a single-wide. I think you should consider yourself lucky, because there are people who live their entire lives in trailer homes, and there is nothing wrong with that. If that's what you can afford and you have a safe, clean house, a roof over your head, good for you, boo. Make your trailer beautiful and go on with the rest of your life. So I'm willing to bet, now that the sentencing phase is over, his wife is like, good, let me find me a condo. She on not Zillow right now. She's like, okay. He got family money. And so while we had to pretend to be poor for these many months, I'm done with this. The pool is not good here. There's rust in the trailer. There's probably wood paneling on the wall. And we couldn't spend money the way we wanted to spend. So now, Russell, bye. Now listen, they have not even given him a date to report yet. That is the difference with federal prison. When Alex got sentenced, they were like, okay, guilty. You're going to go off to prison today. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go on, take your behind over to prison. Russell got convicted last year. Sentenced this year, might not report till next year. If you're in the mood to commit a crime, you better commit a federal one, because those local crimes, Also, don't commit crime, because it's not good. So I'm sure Russell's wife is shopping for a condo, also a new boyfriend, like a little side piece. She's not going to divorce her husband, because, manners. And she's a nice Southern lady. She going to keep her pinky out while she hitting up that side piece. She going to have another man up in that condo. He is the handyman. He's just here to, fix the plumbing. Her plumbing. But you ain't heard that from me. Listen, I'm actually going to the gym today. I slept well. I had a lot of rest. I'm drinking only half calf this morning. Can you imagine me on full decaf? Well, y'all have seen me on full decaf. And God help you if I had a flat white. Ooh, I love a flat white from Starbucks. It's like all the caffeine in the store. They just pour it in a cup and hand it to you and send you on your merry way. I was never one to do cocaine. I don't know much about cocaine, but I get that feeling. Whenever I have a flat white, I'm like, this is what it must be like to be on cocaine. I get all buzzy and happy, and then I crash out and sleep like the dead. But today, I'm going to get up. I'm going to do some nice stretching here on the floor with some yoga. I might even meditate, because I think it's early. I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know what time it is. I can't see nothing, and there's not a clock. What, is there a clock on here? Nope, not a clock on my phone. There's a clock on my phone. I just can't see it right now. Anyway, I'm going to start dinner for tonight because, these pot roasts don't make themselves. And I'm going to go to the gym. I might run 3 whole miles today. I think. We'll see. Whenever I run a 5K on the treadmill, then I'm tired and all I want to do is sleep all day. So maybe I'll just do 2. Okay. You beautiful people have a wonderful, safe day. I don't know what court cases are afoot now. We're going to have to find something to talk about. Listen, I don't know what we're going to talk about next but there's always true crime afoot. Always. Old, new, whatever. Also, I saw something about dumb criminals the other day, and I was like, oh, I love a dumb criminal. I think most of them are dumb. If they in court and they actually did it, they probably dumb because they got caught. Because I feel like there's smart criminals who are not getting caught that we never hear anything about. But that's another topic for another day. Y'all have a great, wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.